What's going on, guys? We're here at Lomax in South Kensington. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go over the basic principles of boxing. Now everyone sees these in the gyms or their personal trainers with their mitts, fighting. But today we're going to go over the techniques that are used so that you can do it yourself at home or in the gym. Also going to give an amazing cardio workout whilst we do it. Now we've got professional boxer Rob Evans here, who's British champion. We've also got the amazing Laura Hayden, who's standard street fighter. She's from Spain. That's what they do. We're going to have an amazing session, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah, so today, like Franky was saying, we're just going to go over some techniques. And like I'm saying, you don't have to be a fighter to train like a boxer or to look like one. So there's nothing worse to me than seeing someone in the gym all over the place. It doesn't look right. So we'll go over some basic techniques. What we're going to do is stance. That's the most important thing in boxing. You have to always make sure you're balanced. So if you stand this way, you go to throw a shot, you're off balance. If you stand too on front, if someone pushes you, you lose your balance. So everything's here. So what you'll do, shoulder width apart. Depending on if you're left or right-handed, like I'm right-handed, I'm orthodox, so I stand with my strong hand back first. If you're southpaw and you're left-handed, it's this way. It's all about just using your whole body weight. So that's the basic stance. Here, make sure you balance, sit down on your punches a little bit. If I was just to hit the bag with my arm, like, there's not that much power there. That's why you stand here and you bring your whole body. You put everything into it. It's the same with a hook. A lot of people think a hook is like this. That's a slap, because all you're doing is hitting your arm. It's here, you sit down on it. There. You see the difference in the power? This is a jab. So again, with the jab, everything's from your body. Everything's from your hips. You put your whole body through. So it's there. And that's the most important punch in a boxing fight, because that's what sets everything up. So you'll be jabbing, and right hand. And maybe jab, left hook, right hand. Watch how balanced I am. It's none of this with my hands are leaning forward. It's all from here. So it's one, then you transfer the weight to the right hand, and transfer all the weight to the left hook, and you can just keep going. Normally, set the bell for 2 minutes. That's what I do. Work on your combinations, and within that 2 minutes, have just a 10 seconds, like little bursts, intervals. And I'll show you what I mean. So you put the bell for 2 minutes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Then it's straight back to technique and moving around like a boxer. 10, 9, 8, there you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another thing about boxing, when you hear a lot of boxers, you always hear this. The reason why you do that is because if you throw a combination, you hold your breath. So if you go, by the time you stop, you'll be weighed out. So every single punch, you need to breathe. So you have to go. That's what that noise is for, basically.
So what would you say to people who have a bag at the gym or have pads or something they can work with someone? What would be the first thing, if they've not boxed before, to come in and start doing on your own?
I would say the first thing, if you've never boxed before, is purely just working on your technique. Like I said again, boxing's not a natural sport. If you're right-handed, everybody wants to stand with their right hand forward because they think it's a strong hand. But it's all about standing with it back so you get all the power. I know it makes sense, but to people who haven't boxed before, it doesn't make sense. And this whole movement, everything always has to be here. Then move to the side that way, so it's not natural movement. So it takes months and months and months to get your footwork right. But like I said, there's nothing worse than seeing somebody on the bags going in and going as hard as they can if they look like they don't know what they're doing. So I would just say work on your movement. So as boring as it might be, just like stepping in, jab, step back, step in, right hand, just till you get that whole movement down to where you can actually look like you know what you're doing. What people don't realize as well, when you're doing all this and you're throwing your hooks in, that's building all your back up, it's building your shoulders up. So you're getting two kind of workouts. You're getting a cardio workout, but it's also like sculpting you. Like my back, that's the biggest part of my body, and that was purely just from years of like boxing techniques and punch bags and heavy bags. And
I feel it, man. It's every hook I throw, man, I feel it.
Yeah.
And the next day, like I train a lot, I do, a lot of heavy work in the gym, but as soon as I've done like a good session of boxing, I come back, I can feel all the weak parts of my body that I can't get affected by these, big lifts that I'm doing. So like, you know, back to my tricep, my rhomboids here at my back, you know, my serrators here. These things that, you know, it's very difficult to kind of isolate in training exercises. There's no mercy, there's no prisoners in boxing, man. It hits every part of you because you're putting everything into it. And I've never felt as tired as I am once I've done, you know, like a few minutes of rounds with Rob, man.
That's why I say if you're going to work out, I would just mix it all up. So if you are going to the gym for a weight session, maybe like I'm saying, just 15 minutes on the bag at the end of it, just so you're working everything like you said, because there's certain muscles that you can't catch while you're just lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. But yeah, here's another thing that you can do. Like I'm saying, not everyone is a fighter, so it's not that fun to take punches to the face all day, yeah? So you should have 2-minute rounds again. I do everything in 2-minute rounds for 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Because that's how long a round is. 3 minutes in professional, 2 minutes in amateur. So here we go, this is just a shoulder spar.
This means you get to hit someone.
Yes. So basically, you're still working on your technique, but you're not trying to hurt them or punch them in the face, it's just shoulders. So here, boom, yeah, move out, boom, boom, and you're just working. Yeah, so 2-minute rounds are just this.
Right, dear friends, this is the end. We bid you farewell. Thank you so much for having us, Franky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you have us again.
Yeah, we'll do, definitely. If you've got any questions for Rob or Laura, man, leave them in the comments below. There'll be many more videos to come. And yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Rocky Freeze Frame! Yeah.